all Genshin designs are repetitive. The gacha system in Genshin is bad, and all the new characters are boring. These are some opinions we have all heard with the last few weeks in the Genshin community. With Snezhnaya coming up, everyone seems to be discussing their opinions and thoughts about how the game has come so far. Whether it is good or bad, it certainly has us all talking about the current state of the game. While the opinions I expressed before may be valid, I believe we could give a little light to the unpopular opinions that we don't hear a lot. So I decided to ask my subscribers their unpopular opinions. Before we get started, please hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on for more content. We are almost at 20,000 subscribers, so I'd appreciate if you could consider subscribing. And with that, let us begin the video. Let's start off strong with this comment. You don't expect a Chinese company to fit into Western beauty standards. Now, on the surface, I completely understand where this perspective is coming from. It's a very common argument in the gacha community. The logic is simple. Hoyoverse is a Chinese company, and their biggest target audience is domestic and East Asian, and naturally, domestic market preferences. While it makes sense by this logic, I disagree. My main issue with this argument is that it treats Chinese developers like a monolith, as if being based in China automatically means a studio can't or won't accurately represent diverse cultures or broader beauty standards. The core issue is that Hoyoverse is using real people's cultures and using it in their game. We naturally expect the company to use it with care and represent us in a proper light. Additionally, if we take a look why this opinion isn't as simple as it is, Reverse 1999 is our answer. It's developed by Bluepaw, which is also a Chinese studio. Yet, Bluepaw goes out of its way to accurately portray characters from all over the world, which it includes spanning across different time periods, regions, skin tones, and actual localized accents. So, when people say, you can't expect a Chinese company to do X or Y, Reverse 1999 proves that Chinese developers are fully capable of doing top-tier, respectful global representation when they actually make it a priority. So it really comes down to just the priorities of the company where it's aiming at. And here is when the real concerns comes in for the affected minorities that are supposed to be represented in the game. Teyvat is built on real indigenous cultures and takes many inspirations from a lot of countries, and while we can agree the concept seems inclusive and quite interesting, we can also criticize how there is not enough representation when it comes to the skin tones. Additionally, I just find it ironic they tend to do quite well when it comes to representing the music, but its designs is where they tend to lack that same energy. So, for regions to be inspired by Africa or South Asia, the game must feature characters with darker skin tones. You should try to understand that it's just basic cultural accuracy for the regions they chose to adapt. Although I have to say myself, I believe the game has done quite well in some aspects of representing the cultures in Sumeru. Just sometimes it's funny you find a plant literally called olive peach. So yeah, I disagree with the idea that we shouldn't expect accurate representation just because of a studio's country of origin, especially when other Chinese devs are already showing how it's done. But what do you guys think? Do you agree, or do you think games like Reverse 1999 prove that Genshin could be doing a lot more? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's move on to opinion number 2. Alright, onto our second opinion. This one says, people overhating Genshin? Stop wanting every decent-looking NPC as playable character. First you want everyone playable, and then you cry that you want everyone but don't have enough primos. NPC can be good-looking and be not playable. Now, on this one, I actually agree and disagree because there are two very different points being made here. First, where I agree, expecting every attractive NPC to become a playable 5-star is completely unrealistic. NPCs are essential for world building. If every single cool character design had to be slapped onto a gacha banner with a full kit and vision, the roster would be bloated beyond repair. It's totally fine for an NPC to just be a well-designed character who serves the story and stays an NPC. But where I start to disagree is brushing off the complaints about the primogem economy as if players are just being greedy. Let's look at the actual numbers. On average, a free-to-play player gets around 50 to 60-something pulls per patch if they clear every event and do their dailies every single day. Hard pity is at 90, and you can lose the 50-50. That means an F2P player might have to save for almost 3 full patches, which is over 4 months of daily grinding, just to guarantee one single limited 5-star character. So when players complain about primogem rewards, it's usually not because they expect to own every single unit in the game, because honestly, that is not the issue. Our main issue is that we can't even access the characters we need in order to continue throughout the game. At the end of the day, we all know Genshin is a gacha game designed to make money by selling characters. Nobody expects Hoyoverse to hand out free 5 stars left and right. However, a good gacha game balances profit with player comfort. People argue we can use 4 stars to clear endgame, but that's when I can get to my next point, investing time and effort. The game has systems where you have to wait every couple of days to continue building that character. Yeah, it's not ideal in my opinion, so yeah, I agree. Leave the cool NPCs as NPCs, but don't blame F2P players for wanting a slightly fairer primogem income so they can actually enjoy the game without needing a wallet. Where do you guys land on this? Let me know, and let's send in the next opinion. Opinion number 3. I like the idea of Genshin making SP of old characters like how they do in HSR. Imagine old characters who went through a character arc getting an SP, showing their growth through the story. Even 4-star characters getting an SP as a 5-star would be nice, like how Bennett could have been released as a 5-star SP of himself. As a Natlan Night Soul character after his Natlan quest, it would be so awesome. I 100% agree with this take. Honkai. Star Rail handles SP forms of characters extremely well. It allows the writers to actually evolve a character's story and gameplay alongside their narrative growth without leaving them behind in the dust. The biggest issue Genshin has right now is that once a character's initial patch or Archon quest finishes, they often get relegated to background gag cameos and seasonal filler events. Sure, the casual event interactions are fun, but so many characters have rich, unresolved lore that deserves real screen time and development. Take the subscriber's example with Bennett. Bennett is heavily implied to have ties to Natlan, but in-game he's still just the unlucky Mondstadt adventurer we met years ago. Imagine if completing a major storyline in Natlan unlocked or released a 5-star, Night Soul-infused Bennett. Overall, it keeps older, beloved cast members relevant instead of letting them rot in 1.0 oblivion, while we continuously move on to a brand new batch of strangers every patch. I feel like there are a couple of characters that deserve SP forms: Kaya, Bennett, Diluc, Ningguang, and Childe. Genshin has such a massive, incredible roster, but it often feels like Hoyo is afraid to let their characters truly grow up or change permanently. Bringing in SP or alternate forms would solve that completely. But what do you think? Drop in your thoughts in the comments, and let's jump into the next hot take. The next opinion is quite long, but I will summarize what they have explained. The commenter is asking players to stop hating on characters just for being friendly with the traveler, explaining that the game is intentionally built around this dynamic. Features like profile voice lines, birthday letters, teapot interactions, and friendship levels are all designed to simulate characters joining the traveler's team and growing closer to them. While wanting neutral or villainous characters to break this formula is understandable, hating on friendly characters ignores one of the game's core design premises. I completely agree with this. This was clearly the exact principle Genshin was aiming for right from the start. It's been a core tradition of the game's design for 6 years now, and hating on a character just for following that formula kind of misses the point of how Tevat's companion system was built. When you unlock a character, raise their friendship, and invite them to your Serenity pot, the game is intentionally creating a personal bond between them and the traveler. That's why birthday mails are written directly to you, and why their profile stories unlock as you play together. Where the frustration comes from in the community, though, is when people feel a character's entire personality gets reduced to just liking the traveler, or when a former antagonist suddenly acts like our best friend the second they become playable. It feels so sudden and strange to the players. That being said, I totally understand why players are craving playable characters who don't fit this friendly mold. Having a truly villainous, morally gray, or straight-up hostile playable character would be a breath of fresh air for Genshin. Look at characters like Wanderer or Arlecchino. They are playable, but they maintain a sharp edge. We don't need every playable character to be our best friend, and letting a character remain an antagonist to the traveler is something unique. I'm not saying getting rid of all the similar tropes we've seen, but allowing more diverse tastes for each player could help immensely. And that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is my first long video with discussing a long topic like this, so I hope it wasn't too bad tuning in. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.